Transpiration. The way the wind feels wonderful here, the whir upon whir, deciding a garden on remnant shingle, a nuclear thought attains terminal currency. The burning has settled, there is a croft harnessing heat in smoke. This precarious light, its sources of teal, reply among dusk with letters. You talk of the radioactive skies of Cornwall, these document sunsets of endless orange. Is it enough? The criterion catches me out when I cannot covet the prodigy pianist who rises from the night, collecting notes from airy wilderness lately, toxic as song. She gasps the latitude, just exact, a vortex against those skulls beneath, rising as islands. The ionization stirs a permeable plain as sleep is flow, in stark crescendos. Call it a starlicide, call it crush, and the file size shrinks. Regardless of all these uranium colors, things fall away. A travel hunger and the general solo arrives in micro, formerly known as the anthropo, catches inside a scene, the bluish diffraction. Is it all over me, in me, a replicated face? The sonnet astride a spiral jetty, almost unnoticed. This scammer completion in droplets of crystal cloud. The narrative potential of all extinction to stick around, sybarite with ambient balm as a blackout, shotted for morning, chorus, watching the sea transfer our future. Platform. I was seduced by a late night shadow and the generative reactions of chlorine and crystal, spreading a fresh plateau. No amount of scaffold could hold up the colours which seeped through the gauzy structure at last, as the manual had said they would. I am not agitated, just a body in dialogue with other bodies that are not quite bodies, and certainly not our own. Frameworks contend with weather-bound lethargy. What is it about the gendering as you insert more slats in the lattice? It is not as though you meant to grow more fruit on silicone. I know you men with your steely intentions. Still, it is sweet with the push and click of something new. What is it about skin which is soft in spite of the nails and splinters and secrets long hammered into wine-mottled doorways? Wherever the wind blows, our sails shake and corporations perform a selection of internet speeches, and I grow numb with war. Amoebas of Danakil yellow and oxide red bleed symphonic, choke the notes as though my pores were a chorus. We see them make love offshore in celebration of the desert. I am a substance that thirsts for more of whatever you feed it. It is a Thursday by human standards, and even these poems are pigments, stinging the peach of your fingertips and their former innocence. We grow silent with the chemicals growing inside us. I wish it would rain forever. Torrent. The world is waterway, the waterway welding, the well of worlds. Currencies slur their coins to surrender, and so we exist, and so we attend the rings of road, the attendants sleep, the music of not knowing the way you are going, the where. This air is pure expenditure. We bottled the wood smoke for petro-nostalgia. To say you are here, as it says on the sign, blue as the water bruises our bodies, every industrial hour and snap, as good as pink and green. We broke it down and ate all but water. The beats of the light were ever binaural, then belyric, the way of a wedding disco depleted. Marriage of anthropos back into species, becoming again quadruple news. Mulch is a form undefined withdrawal. The way we look into pools, the way we look altogether, the way we look at ourselves in the water. I did lapse for silence and did not ask anything of the light. My gills expensive, my chrysalis resistant, electric, my breath the oil on the song.
The world as waterway, the waterway welding, blue as the water, and ate all but water, ourselves in the water. Yaw. Interior balancing, just holding up, centrifugal is a false force hinging, the horizons moving at night, point magnetic dispersals, some other time that could not be measured in 3s, kilowatt hours, spoondrift broken from edges of waves. For out of turn attention, voices rumbled jargonly from either side of the hall. We have more than we could use, currently booming rhythms of maintenance pass as armatures of care. Propelling bodies held, circling in the nacelle, inert only moments, even at breakpoint for losses in talking, interior will not be curtailed. Fret. Stonework at galloping pace, incalculable flank, bottled of the hillside, ancient cutaneous cutaway, imperial measures, conveying sweet water to every house, skin dewy, conduit forgetting, flesh water, flash flood, storm eye, daisies edged out of rootstock, falling, tallying, aqueducts, eye-rhyme, capitals, rill, slips, at the most wettest part, navigable, rural, cycles of droughts on the face of things, mammal heads networked, small physiological canals, a promising water feature, draining down, bodies building, drains built the civitas, glimmering a molecule, carrying the surface, tension breaks on a whim, sweet twigs drop, ergot, they all fall down. Brink. The folding of means for keeping working into pockets of turf, skinned bluffs hedging, tectonic and unclimbable. The string for navigational memory is already cut at all ends, though spun and ringed in paper, stapled with the weight of something that might feed. In one hand, whitewashed fibre, in one hand, imperfect carapaces dense enough to shatter diamonds scooped from streambeds, plasmic mapped. The telegraph wires image sinews laid out the length of the earth, glutted wires semaphorics. Imprinted in charcoal, the mineral linings of hills repeat without solids, upturned, ungrasped horizon, paperless offshore. Cloud cover, a wave through dynamics of the undocumented, applicature aligned with a plant. The minimum is knuckled down, undebted state of the grazing on seawall, white cliffs. Walled eyes run rings around lighthouses, alternating containers stack up, slim down welfare garment. An epiphany, a pipe dream, a selvage of quartz that doesn't clock, beach or rig.